steps for losers, man. I don't get involved in that stuff, but.
Angel Rashad Milligan rolling out.
That's a good question.
Brandon,
Yeah,
you want one quick question?
we can't ask Rashad question.
Okay, Rashad.
We are recording. I'm Caroline Williams, Director of Media Relations with the Las Vegas Aces. And I'm going to turn it over to the Aces president, Nikki Fargas.
Well, good afternoon, everyone. And thank you guys for being here today. This is a very, very special moment for the Las Vegas Aces as we continue to build on our championship culture. We're thrilled. I don't even know if thrilled is the word that really can put words in my mouth. I'm talking about one of the best players to play in this league, one of the best players in the country, one of the most dynamic and accomplished players in WNBA history, Jewell Loyd, to the Aces family. Obviously, you know, Jewell is a proven winner. She's an elite scorer. She's a leader both on and off the court. But what really stands out is her work ethic. And she obviously has championship DNA, championship experience. She's a competitor, and that's definitely aligned with who we are and what we stand for as the Las Vegas Aces. And so we know Jewell is going to make an immediate impact, and we can't wait to see her on that first day that we put that ball in motion and she's in a Las Vegas Aces uniform. So with that being said, I want to transition over to Jewell for any comments, or Caroline, from there, you can continue the interview.
I have a smile for a reason. I'm super excited to be part of an organization of a winning culture off and on the court, and just this roster and everything about it says excellence to me. And I'm just ready to get to work and share my gifts with you guys, the team, with the fans, with the city, and continue to build on what they already have going on over there, for sure.
Thanks, Joel. Go ahead and turn it over to start with Sabrina, and then Willie and Emma, you'll be next.
Hey, Jewell, congrats on the move to the Aces. I'm wondering, I know you can't speak for the league as a whole, but there have been a lot of players like you who've spent their whole careers with one team and are now making the move this offseason. I'm wondering why you think that's the case.
I mean, honestly, I just think that's just the evolution of the league and where we're seeing basketball and women's sports going. There's definitely a lot more freedom and things happening and changes. For me personally, I just think that you want to always find ways to improve and get better, and that's what I'm trying to do every single day, and it led me to be a part of the Aces. And so I just think that's just the evolution of where the league's going.
Thanks, Jewell.
Willie.
Thank you. Hey, Jewell, how are you? I have two quick ones for you. Number one, I remember last year, Seattle Media Day, with the new acquisitions, everybody kept repeating, we know this is Jewell's team. This is Jewell's team. How much, knowing that you come to Vegas, a lot of that pressure of carrying that weight on your shoulders is not going to be there, and you could just kind of blend in and get back to the passion that of playing the game. Have you thought about that?
I mean, honestly, my whole nature as a human being has always been about the collective. I've always been about that. I think everyone has a voice and needs to be heard. And when you're trying to build something, you never do it by yourself. It's never been my mindset. I've never got here and wouldn't be here without the help of everyone else. And so knowing that I'm going to have great people around me that understand that, but I also can elevate myself, I can elevate them, and we can just be collectively going to a place of greatness. And that's what it's all about. So I'm super excited about that.
I read your essay in the Players Tribune, and you had mentioned certain moments that stood out to you, the Phoenix one with the DJ. What's your most poignant memory of Las Vegas?
Honestly, I mean, the most recent one is really, probably just the moment of Kobe. Every time I kind of go into Vegas, I always have that memory because that was our last interaction, and it means so much to play in that gym, in that arena, and to have that sense of the spirit of that mom mentality still living in that gym, to me, means a lot. So knowing the team I'm going to be a part of, knowing the players that are there, knowing the coaches that are there, but also that spirit still lives there. And so I'm ready to be a part of that and really just elevate that.
Thank
Emma. Michael?
Yeah, Jewell, I wondered if you could talk both about just your impressions of playing for Becky, her system, having played against them, and I know you know Asia so well from your time on the national team. Talk about being teammates with her.
I'm super excited to join this roster. I think the way they play fits perfectly with how I want to play. Fast, quick, moving the ball. You're able to just be yourself, and that's something that I've always wanted to do and be part of. Is making sure that no matter where I go, whether I'm playing at the park, playing a new organization, that I'm always myself, and you can see that. There's a fun, there's a lightness too. You play really good basketball. There's a joy watching someone else be successful, and also watching yourself being able to be yourself. And I'm ready to get out and just run and play. So I'll make sure I'm in good shape. Becky just won't have to worry about that. So I'm ready for that. And yes, playing with Asia, I know this team really well. They're friends of mine, and it's not too often that you get to play in the best league with your friends, right? That's a bonus. And so knowing that we have already a relationship off the court, it's definitely going to elevate our relationship on the court.
Caroline, can I ask Nikki a question as well?
Yes.
Nikki, you talked about just the having a chance to get a player of Jewell's caliber in. Can you just talk about how you see her game fitting in, probably immediately to the way that the Aces like to play?
So you want me to put my coaching hat on right now? Is that what you're saying, Mike?
Yeah, absolutely.
No, I think when you look at Becky and her system, and Jewell hit it on the head, Becky loves that up-tempo style of play. She also wants to be one of the best offensive teams as far as efficiency. And she has a culture that is built around play the right way. And Jewell obviously has shown that she knows how to play the right way. And so I think the transition from her game to the Aces system is going to be seamless. Becky also is attracted to those players who play on the other side of the basketball. So also, I think we need to also mention how good of a defender that Jewell is. But she's a player that can play multiple positions. And as you can watch Becky and how the Aces play, players are positionless. So at some point of the game, you could see Jewell playing the 1 through 4. I'm not saying that you have to play the 4, Jewell, but I'm just saying her versatility lends to that, and that's what's really attractive about having Jewell with the Aces. The other thing about Jewell that I think we got to also take in consideration is her ability to make other people around her better. And that's the best quality of a great player. And that's what she can also bring. So I can see that ball. I can see her setting up. Obviously, we love the Chelsea Grays behind the back passes and all those things. But we also are getting a great passer in Jewell as well. So I can see our offensive efficiency improving. I can see us being a very solid defensive team. And I can see Becky also leaning into playing more small ball. And as you know, she'll junk you up in a minute. So Jewell definitely is a coach's dream. Not only is she's going to bring the work ethic, but you're also going to have someone who also thinks the game like a head coach would. Late game situations, you're going to be able to have a player that you can put the ball in her hands and go make a play where she doesn't need much assistance. And then she's going to stretch the floor for us because of her ability to shoot the 3. We're getting just a well-rounded human being to add to the Aces organization, but I'm also excited about what she's going to be able to do in our community. And I know Aces Nation is very excited to have Jewell Lloyd as part of our family.
Thank you.
CC, and then Nikias, and then Madeline.
Hey, Jewell, welcome to Vegas. Looking forward to this. A lot of times in a veteran player's career, when you've been in one spot like you have for such a long time, you sometimes feel like a rejuvenation. Or talk a little bit about the exciting, the excitedness that you kind of felt when you heard everything that was going to be potentially going on, you joining this team, like you said, a veteran team who you have a lot of experience with, friendships as well as the Olympic experience. But talk about that, that excitement level from you. And do you kind of feel like, hey, breath of fresh air, this organization in your career?
I am so ecstatic because for me, I love new challenges. I love new experiences, and that's what this is. If I just look at the 10 years, and if I wasn't going to play basketball again, I look at the 10 years, I had a really, really good, amazing career. I'm blessed that I'm staying healthy enough, and my plan's not done being written, and now I have another 10 years. I feel like the next 10 years, that's what I told my family and everyone, like I feel like the next 10 years of my life, including basketball, will be my best. I'm so excited to be a part of an organization that's going to challenge me in different ways. And for me, I love growing. I don't think anyone should stop growing in all aspects. And I feel like this is going to be a next challenge for me to just get outside my comfort zone a little bit, really log into who I am, make new friendships, make new developments often on the court, and really build on that. And so I can't wait. I've been, smiling all, whole week. I've been just, like you said, a fresh breath, because I want to be able to just constantly walk into who I am and walk into my life.
Speaking of your family, I got a chance to talk to your mom on a couple different occasions when we would have those trips back to Chicago and everything. So a shout out to Mama Lloyd if she's out there watching. But how excited is she that you're on this team?
Yeah, she can't wait. She has her own bonds with parents and stuff already, but I have family in Vegas as well. So it's the right place for me right now, for sure. Everything about it, my family's super excited about it. Where we are in our family dynamic as well. It's just a shorter flight. Everything just makes sense. Everything lines up, and so everyone can't wait to come out there and support. And trust my mom she's getting her outfits ready. She's locked in.
All right, thanks.
Thanks, DC. Nikias?
Hi everyone. Hope you're doing well first and foremost. I have one for Jewell and one for Nikki, if that's okay. For Jewell, kind of similar to the play style and implementation conversation from a little bit earlier. Have you had conversations with Becky Hammon yet? And how collaborative do you expect that relationship to be in terms of implementing you into this offense?
Yeah, we're getting to know each other. We're building our relationship, and the best thing about it is that it's there's so much respect already going into it. I've always had so much respect for her, and she has respect for me, and so it's easy kind of to open up and talk when you have that. And I think right away, Becky let me know that it's a open door policy. She wants to have the communication. She wants to get to know me, my background, and things like that. It's not just about the basketball player; it's about who I am. And I think once you kind of connect that, and you're able to really, pull the greatness out of people. I think that's what she does really well. And so I'm ready to open and be vulnerable in that space, because I want to grow as a player and as a person. And she's been great with that. So I'm ready to really grow a bond and with everyone else, our coaching staff and other players and everyone. It's a whole new learning experience, and I'm excited to get kind of break that barrier.
Got you. Thank you. And for Nikki, just a quick question about the logistics of putting this trade together, as I believe the Aces are still without a general manager at this point. Just what were those conversations like, building this trade offer and getting that done? And I guess just moving forward, do you have plans to fill that role?
So as of right now, the latter part of the question is we are still evaluating the GM position, but I will tell you that I have a remarkable staff. I have an amazing head coach in Becky Hammon. If I was in Jewell's shoes or a lot of players' shoes, I'd come play for Becky. I'll come out of retirement, but that's a long time ago. But I just think that, when you're looking at putting pieces together to put a piece to the puzzle, and I'd be remorse to not mention that this opportunity to bring Jewell Lloyd, you don't get that often. We joked about when I was the head coach at UCLA and Jewell didn't come play for me. So she turned me down. She already told me no once. And I said, "You're not telling me no again." It's really a special moment for Jewell and her family. And can't thank, the behind the scenes people who made this happen. But more importantly, we're just super excited about where we're able to go as an organization by adding someone of Jewell's caliber, her character, her competitive spirit. I know, and I say this about the Las Vegas Aces community, and on behalf of Mark Davis and our entire organization, we thank Jewell for saying yes to us, and we thank her for also bringing the opportunity for us to go and compete for our third world championship.
Got you. Thank you. Actually, Jewell, if I can ask you one quick one, just the film thing I've always wanted to ask you about. When you're setting up ball screens, it seems like you're like posting up your guard to kind of to kind of set them up to go into the picks, and then you get into your attack from there. Was there a particular influence for you to do it that way?
I'm just trying to make a play. I'm trying to get people shifted off of me, based on the defense. But I'm definitely going to be checking in with Chelsea to see if she has any other tips for me.
Got you. Thank you.
All right, we're gonna battle it, and then we're probably only gonna have time for one more, and Christos, you will wrap us up.
Hi, Maddie Kenny with the New York Post. I have a question for Nikki and then Jewell. But for Nikki, kind of a bigger picture question about WNBA free agency as a whole. It seems like every year it's getting crazier and crazier just with the kind of player movement that we're seeing. And players, you know, maybe are more empowered to dictate where they want to be in certain ways. Just how do you think that that helps the league, you know, overall allowing, you know, having players feel empowered and stuff to pick a destination that is best suited for them?
I think when you look at the amount of talent that's in this league, you look at that there's been restructuring of front office, there's been restructuring of coaching staff, there's new coaches that are coming into this league. I think we also are in a time where you know, we're bringing in some of the you know, the notoriety of these rookies that are coming into the league as well. So as we're growing and expanding and bringing more teams, I think the opportunities are going to be limitless for the franchises to be able to put together quality rosters because we're getting quality players in this league. And not only are we, you know, using the pipeline of players that are coming from the collegiate level, but also internationally. And the WNBA has done a very good job of not only, you know, bringing our brand to this, you know, we're already a national brand, but also globally. And so we're just going to keep attracting more and more great players, and we're going to keep expanding this league. I mean, obviously we've got Portland coming. We've got Toronto coming. I mean, you know, these are these teams and these cities will become, you know, destinations. I know just back in my day, I remember when we had a team in Portland and they were pretty dang on good. So I think there's opportunities for this league across the board. As you can see how players are moving and changing and exercising their rights to do so. That's the part of this that, you know, when you're talking about free agency, and players are you know not restricted and able to pick and choose where they would like to play. That's why you have the CBA.
Mhm. Definitely. Okay, thank you. And then Jewell, just you've been mentioning you're smiling this whole time and everything. What does it mean for you to leave Seattle on your own terms? And how has the past, you know, few weeks just been like navigating this kind of uncharted waters for you, since I'm sure you've never really considered or gone through like this free agency process as you have?
Yeah, I mean, this whole process for me has been just leaning on the people that you know have cared for me, family, friends, just locking into you know what's next. You know, I know that I've been through a lot of adversity in my life. You know, and I think as a human, you're not just going to go through one thing and that's it. You got to go up and down, but it's about, you know, what you stand on. And I stand on my faith. I've been standing on the people who've been with me, and so that's what you know I've been trying to get to. At the end of the day, I always want to get back to me. I want to have this joy about myself. I want to have this joy about the way I play, and be around people that can elevate that. And so it's easy to harp on the bad, but you want to have more good days and bad days, and I definitely have more good days than that.
Thank you.
And from across the Atlantic, Christos, close us out, please.
Hello, ladies. Hope you're doing well. Joel, question for you. It's a new chapter for you playing for the Aces. What is the main motivation for you, your mindset going to Las Vegas, and how the fire to win another championship navigates you to bring your best version on and off the floor as well?
I don't think you could think of Aces and not think of excellence or championship mindset or culture. To be a part of a team like that and an atmosphere like that, you're hungry. I think that's something that players, you know, you just don't walk in the gym. It's like, oh, it's okay. I don't want to, if I can win a championship, that's fine. Like, no, you're determined to do that. And that's what we play for. And to have a chance again, you know, you don't know as a player if you're ever going to go be competitive again, to have a chance to win again. And now the thought of what if is not, what if it's, how can we do it now? Right. And so that's where my mindset is. I'm motivated in so many other ways. I'm motivated because I know that I'm around greatness and I want to be able part of more. I want to pull the best out of myself and I want to pull the best out of others. Collectively, we could be a really great team and make history.
And also there are so many moves so far in the market, and there are so many super teams in the league going to the next season. How the level of competition gives you the extra fire to be better and better as the season goes on, as every day on the floor?
Yeah, competition is all around. But I think probably the most important competition is what we do in practice and how we compete against each other, make each other better. So that's my focus is on the Aces and what we do and how we compete and how we get each other better. And also have some fun doing it.
Thank you very, very much.
All right, thank you, everybody. I'm sorry I couldn't get to everyone's questions, but Jewell has a game today.
That's for losers, man. I don't get involved in that stuff, but.
Angel Rashad Milligan rolling out.
That's a good question.
Brandon,
we
you want one quick
can't
question?
ask Rashad a question.
Hey, Rashad.